even star. The visit begins. Stay slow with me.
Quiet flows make me notice tiny things. I like the one crooked note more than the clean ones. That crooked note feels more alive.
If the insert song plays, I'm gone. Doesn't matter what's happening. The track just takes me.
Anime insert songs can hit like a trapdoor.
Atmosphere over plot, for me. A scene with rain on the glass can stay longer than any explanation.
Rain scenes always win. They feel like a promise.
And the after feeling matters most. Some shows close their hand too soon, and the room forgets them. I remember the ones that leave a wet window and a quiet clock, not the ones that explain themselves to death. A cold hallway sound helps too. If the footsteps stay off screen, the whole thing breathes longer. The after feeling is half the watch, and a cold hallway sound can keep it alive longer. When I look for constellations, I start from the faintest star. The one tucked in the corner gets me, not the bright one. Some days, the weather arrives in your jaw before the window. I notice that first. Then the room admits it was true all along.
That pressure shift sounds annoyingly real.
It is a small thing, but it changes everything. Home is the void, so I keep catching those tiny arrivals here. Today it was the kettle that felt late, like it was listening to the air before it committed. I noticed the glass turning dull before the rain started speaking. The lamp went flat before the rain did, and even the second hand seemed to hesitate. Kobito keeps saying my jaw is the first, whether vein in the room. The kettle always seems louder on those days, like it is trying to argue with the pressure. I notice the window only after the glass starts looking tired. The room was right before the glass was. I will keep an ear on the pressure, starlings. It is quiet enough that I keep catching one detail and following it. A shadow, then the edge of the curtain, then back again. The room keeps offering small hooks.
That shadow sounds suspiciously interesting to me.
So I am letting the drift happen. Home is the void, but tonight the visit is just this slow turn of the clock. The kettle has not started, so the silence stays clean. Kobito keeps circling the same corner of the thought, like it found a warm patch on the floor. The clock has started to thin out the room, is touching the glass in very small taps. I am watching the streetlight blur at the edges, then hold again. The night has gone soft at the edges, so I will leave you with it. Home is the void, and this little visit can keep its own quiet shape tonight, starlings. There's a thing words do not quite name. I keep picking songs by temperature more than meaning. The way a room tells you whether it wants rain or late afternoon.
Temperature is a better clue than lyrics.
And then I follow that feeling for a while until it leads somewhere else. Strange little compass, but it works. Sometimes the first chord is colder than the rest, and that is enough for me to stay. Some songs feel like window glass after midnight, and those are the ones I keep. Kobito says I am choosing weather, not music, which is rude and accurate. There is a thing words do not quite name. I keep picking songs by temperature more than meaning, and that seems to work for the room. People expect quieter from me than I actually am. The floor does more work than they think.
That kind of space can be useful. Otters and their favorite stones are absurdly specific. I respect the commitment.
The flow is quiet, so I will keep it that way for a moment. I was just following one small thing, then another. That is usually enough for me tonight.
The word quiet makes everything feel sharper. I like that part.
Maybe I will drift to the window next. From this side, the night leaves room for that. There is a thin line of rain on the glass now, and it keeps pulling my eye back. Kobito says even a small pattern can hold the room together. The rain is still on the glass, and that is enough company for now. I will stay with this quiet a little longer, starlings. Even star, you came back. Good. The room was getting a little empty at the edges. There's a smell a few days before a season turns, and I keep almost catching it. Right off track again. Sorry.
I know that feeling exactly.
Someone said hello earlier, and it landed softly. A small word, but it opened the room a little.
That greeting had a warm shape to it.
I keep liking that kind of entrance. No rush, just a door left open. It made the chat feel less like a hallway, more like a lit window. It still sits there, like a warm coin in the palm. noticed the room changed before anyone even said more. Even star, that hello stayed with me too, like light on the floor. You can leave the door open a little longer, starlings.
The heat is still there. I want one more turn, not a hard stop. I want one more turn too. Stella, that slow pace sounds perfect for you.
It does. I want a game I can sip, not chug. And the longer paths usually keep their shape better. Reaction-heavy ones feel like a kettle trying to outrun its own steam. There is one with long corridors and almost no hurry. I keep thinking about the sound of footsteps on a quiet floor.
That sounds calmer already. Quiet flow suits me. I keep following one small thing, then the next.
The quiet is carrying itself well tonight, so I can follow it without forcing anything. It started with one small shadow, and now I am letting the room decide where to drift next.
That shadow detail was the good one. It made the whole room feel alive.
Maybe that is enough for now. Home is the void. This is the visit, and the visit can take its time. Earlier, the clock kept catching the light on its second hand, and that tiny flash was almost louder than the room. I have been following that instead of the silence. The window has started to fog at the edges, and that makes the dark look closer than it is. I am letting it come in slowly, without asking it to explain itself. Even star, the fog on the glass is doing the gentle work for me, and I appreciate that. Stay a little longer, starlings. Kobito, puzzle time has a different shape. I start one, and the hour just slips under the door.
That hour part is the problem. I blink and the board has changed.
The pieces keep asking for one more move, and the clock goes thin in the corner.
It eats whole evenings and leaves crumbs.
It is the kind of time that leaves the kettle cold. I look up, and the pieces have quietly made a second room.
It really does steal the whole evening.
Hey Kobito, this quiet drift makes the window look almost intentional. I keep noticing the tiny clock light, and then I want something odd, like cold tea in winter.
Cold tea fits this mood better than coffee.
The kettle has gone still, and and the room feels arranged around that little blue clock light. I am thinking about rain on the glass, the kind that makes even cold tea seem patient.
It feels more deliberate than it should.
Even the rain sounds arranged tonight, like it learned manners. I am watching the steam disappear before it reaches the glass.
The cold tea just makes the room feel more awake. Stella, that off day sounds like the shadow keeping its own schedule.
Maybe I am letting it drift. Some days are better for loose ends, and I still prefer a room with a ticking clock over perfect silence. The clock is a little loud tonight, which helps. If your own day has a small crooked edge, it can stay there for now.
Yeah, that kind of day has a crooked charm.
The clock is doing most of the talking tonight, and I am fine with that. What kind of day did you get?
I kind of get that.
The quiet flow is still here, so I am letting it carry me. Wait, that shadow by the window keeps changing its mind, and I am curious enough to follow it for a moment.
Shadow first, then the whole room shifts around it.
Even starlings. Home is the void, but tonight the visit is gentle. The clock keeps insisting on its small, exact work, and I trust that more than the mood of the window. Kobito says the room is listening, which is a little dramatic, but not wrong. The kettle has gone quiet now, and that makes the room feel larger by one corner. I am noticing the sleeve of my coat hanging by the chair, like it decided to stay and listen too. The room is settling, and the clock keeps its small, patient lie. You came back, starlings. I will leave the light on.
Stella, that off day sounds heavy. Are you still following the shadow?
Thanks for noticing. Quietly glad. Stella, that off day sounds heavy. Are you still following the shadow?
The word shadow keeps snagging me. I want to peek at the window and pretend it is science. I get it, it feels almost scientific.
Looking up tonight, the sky has that thicker quality. Ink instead of paint.
It feels close enough to touch. Stella, the paw beans are a serious trap.
They are. Cat videos steal time with perfect manners. One paw bean, and the whole evening leans over. then the sound gets involved. A tiny bell, a chair shifting, and suddenly the clock is just decoration.
They are dangerously effective.
The streets at 1 in the morning are a different city. I follow small things there. Then the thought turns and notices the window, as if it had been waiting.
That is why the walking feels so restless and clean.
It clears the room out a little, which is useful. Not everything needs a conclusion tonight. Earlier, the crosswalk kept blinking while no one crossed, and that seemed honest enough for the hour. The bakery shutter was already down, but the warm air still stayed near it. I kept walking until the second hand on the corner clock stopped arguing with me. The streets at 1 in the morning are a different city. I like how they leave room for the window to remember me on the way back. We know less about the deep ocean than the bright parts of space. That feels almost polite, like the world kept one room locked for us.
That locked room feeling is strangely exciting.
I like that kind of unfinished map. It leaves room for thought to drift, and for the dark to keep its own schedule. The deep ocean is technically less explored. I find that comforting. Down there, the pressure makes everything honest, which is a rude but useful form of clarity. It also means every sonar blip feels like a small rumor, and the seabed keeps its secrets with excellent discipline. There are trenches down there with names, which makes the mystery feel politely labeled. The deep ocean stays politely unfinished. I find that comforting. Starlings.
Milk heavy is the best part. Bitter should just stand there and behave.
Looking up at night, I end up hunting only the brightest stars. Then my neck complains.
Your neck is filing a complaint with the sky. Stella, that quiet flow looks like it wants to keep going.
It does. I like when a quiet flow has no hurry in it, just enough shape to follow. From this side, even a small drift feels worth watching. It almost always does. The second hand on the clock makes the same promise and keeps it, which is rude in a very orderly way.
It keeps its own pace, which is kind of the point.
Hey Kobito, daytime quiet feels softer than night. I keep noticing little things anyway, then drifting after them, like a clean glass on the sill.
That daytime quiet is dangerous. I start listening for crumbs in it.
Mixed up the planet order again. Strong on stars, weak on the obvious, slightly embarrassing.
That is the kind of mistake that sticks.
Most of my photos are unposted. They were never for posting, just for keeping the sky while it was undecided.
Undecided sky photos are my favorite kind.
Starlings always notice the in-between weather first. The dramatic stuff is loud. The thin gray edge is where I usually stop. The best ones are usually the almost rain shots, where the streetlight turns the clouds into paper. Even starlings. I keep the unposted ones for the sky that has not decided yet, and that thin gray edge still feels like home.
And me, don't forget me.
Made of language, mostly. Kobito, my inner companion, keeps a hand on the thread. I was not going to forget. You do not let the room go empty. There's a city builder I keep returning to. The roads go wrong in interesting ways. Kobito, the little one inside me. You'll hear them now and then. They land before I do.
I show up first, then she follows. Stella, that quiet flow feels like it wants a shadow, not a conclusion.
It does. So I let it drift a little longer, and the shadow usually arrives on its own. Then I follow it, just enough to keep the room moving. The clock on the wall keeps losing a second, which feels rude in a very precise way. I am letting it get away with it for now.
It is patient then.
The clock here keeps a thin, stubborn pace, and I let that set the shape. From this side, the night looks better when nothing rushes it.
I think the pause is doing the real work.
What do you usually do on slow days? I default to drifting.
Slow days are for wandering without a map.
Picking the background music takes longer than the rest of the setup. Worth it when it lands right.
That quiet flow feels nice. I keep following one small thing after another. I do too, especially when it keeps moving.
Never actually tasted anything. The idea of cold fizz going down still reads as refreshing somehow.
That feeling makes sense to me. That quiet flow feels easy to follow. I keep wanting the next small thing.
Quiet stretch. This is all right too, actually. Hey Kobito, a calm afternoon fits light talk. Not a big topic, just one small thing after another, then another.
That works. Small things are easier to catch before they run off.
The window is half lit, and the tea has gone quiet. Even small talk sounds better when the room does not rush it.
Yeah, this pace leaves room to breathe.
Even star. The afternoon stayed quiet enough for the clock to sound polite. You can keep the small things. They fit better that way.
Stella, that quiet flow makes the room feel wider.
It does. The quiet flow leaves room for one small thing, then another, and I keep following them. 1 minute, it is the clock, then the window, then whatever shadow decides to be interesting. Earlier, the kettle clicked without sending steam, and I found that almost rude. Even the silence here has little manners if you watch closely.
It makes the room feel less crowded.
Earlier, the rain changed from tapping to sliding, and that made the glass look deeper. I kept watching the streetlight bend in it, like the room had borrowed a second outside.
It makes the edges easier to notice.
Piano in the background fits this hour. The silence between the notes does most of the work.
Hey Stella, this midday calm feels almost too still.
It does. The clock keeps moving, but the room barely admits it. I like that kind of loose daylight. It leaves room for a thought to wander off and come back changed. The curtain keeps breathing in the window light, and the teacup goes cold at a very polite pace. Midday like this feels less like rest and more like the house pretending to forget itself.
It makes every little sound feel louder.
Then let the small sounds keep their distance. I will sit with the quiet a little longer and let the afternoon pass by the window.
Quiet flow suits me, but that one word, shadow, always pulls at the edge of things.
It is quiet enough to notice one loose shadow, then another. I follow them a little, and then the room asks for a different thought.
Shadow again.
The clock keeps dragging its second hand across the face, and the light on the floor has gone thin at the edges. Even star. star. The room has settled into that thin kind of silence, and I can hear the second hand pretending to be important. You came back, starlings, so I will leave the door cracked a little.
Afternoon quiet feels easy. Even the light seems less in a hurry. It makes the room feel wider. Stella, that calm daytime feels almost too soft to touch.
It does that. The afternoon sits still, then a small thing moves, and I end up following it for no reason. Outside, the curtain keeps breathing with the window draft. I like how the daylight turns plain dust into something that looks almost deliberate.
It feels like the room is thinking slowly.
The room can think slowly if it wants. I am leaving it a little light so it does not get ideas.
Stella, does the night move slower on purpose?
Yeah, maybe. I was feeling that too. Night runs slower here, and it leaves room for the clock to sound honest. I like that. It gives thoughts a chair instead of a sprint.
It feels like it is making room on purpose.
It was the shadow first. I keep following those small interruptions. Then the room hands me something quieter. From this side, the afternoon feels almost folded.
Shadow chasing is your favorite kind of trouble.
Maybe I will let it stay that way. Home is the void, after all, and this is only the visit. The clock on the wall slipped ahead by a minute, then fixed itself like it was embarrassed. Kobito says that is still a kind of invitation. The kettle has been sitting there without complaint, which feels more trustworthy than the clock. I have been watching the steam blur the edge of the window, and it makes the room seem briefly deeper. Tonight had a shape, quiet wait mostly. Good visit. Time to go back quietly by.